Who steal my bleaching? Teacher. My precious bleaching.
So one thing that I really love about nappy ass hair is this issue of reverting. No matter what you can do to it, how you can stretch it and pull it and twist it and turn it and apply heat to it, or even chemicals. As soon as that water comes, revert. And I think that is the funniest, absolutely funniest thing. I think a lot of us don't even think about it anymore if we have nappy hair, because of course it's what it does for us. But there have been times where I've met people or even known people for, many years before they ever saw my hair wet. And they're like, oh, that's what that is. I'm talking about people who don't have nappy hair, like stringy hair people. And I was just thinking about it because I was just reading a passage from Just Above My Head, James Baldwin's, and he was talking about this conversation between he and his brother. Actually, his brother told him about when he was molested as a kid by this man in the hallway and was even paid for it. So he was introduced to commercial sex. But I thought it was funny because it was raining, and a large part of why James Baldwin is so intriguing to fans and to researchers is because it is like reading anthropological work, because he's just so detailed in his descriptions. I mean, detailed on the level of a Chinua Achebe, detailed on the level of, an Alice Walker and how she almost does it with her silence. But so James Baldwin's talking about this newspaper that they have over their head because it's raining. And finally he's like, his brother, after, this long story, and this newspaper is kind of filtered through the story, finally they're just soaked. And the brother just throws the paper away. And then it just says something about, they go inside this bar and his brother is just trying his best, but there's nothing he can do because our hair holds the rain. And I just thought, that is the most beautiful, vivid description of our hair. This story and how it's threaded through. And, how all of those kinks in the story are threaded through James Baldwin's description and just, how he brought hair into the picture while never even describing the hair. If you didn't know the story or know James Baldwin or realize what a gospel singer was, you wouldn't have known that these people were actually black people. He's just telling a story. And that's what I think is so fascinating about hair, because when I meet people who are like, wow, look at your reverted hair and do that and oh my gosh, and look how long it is. So I was looking at my cousin today, and she has, we were Skyping, and she has a perm, and she just washed her hair, and her hair, everybody in my family has good hair. And so her hair was about as long as mine, but since her hair is straightened, so it was wavy, she flat irons it, and it was just below her shoulders, which I think is it's kind of how people describe hair. Is it this length, this length? So, ear length, chin length, shoulder length, shoulder blade length. So her hair is shoulder blade length, and she and I both have very thick hair. And I was like, wow, that's how my hair would look if I had a perm. And what's funny about it is everybody I know has good hair. I've seen many women, with black women with their hair wet with perms, and I'm like, that wavy look is very interesting. I don't know why people don't wear that wavy look. Because you have people now who are wearing their hair more naturally. They'll have like a texturizer, which is a kind of perm. And so it's one way that people are coming to taking care of their hair. And that's the interesting thing about the dialogue now in this multicultural America on a more national level. It's also the dialogues that, I've been having with people, who've never seen a black person with their hair wet. That national dialogue, which you only see now. If you have to talk about the First Lady's hair, then you have to talk about the fact that the First Lady straightens her hair. And then you have to talk about the fact that Bratgat Gurhar. Or you have to talk about the fact that, well, what is Sasha Malia going to do? You know, all these things. And so we as Black people kind of have to come out more in the open with ourselves about what it is we're doing with our hair and why it is we do it. And of course, you know, the biggest thing to hair care is knowing how to take care of your natural hair, how to care for this hair. And so to damage it with a perm, relaxer, of course, damages the hair. So, I mean, if you think of how we take care of our skin, we basically oil it, you know, bathe it, make sure we shed properly, you know. That's pretty much all we need to do for our hair. And the proof of that is that I can go on with my hair wet and not worry about it. I can actually run into the rain and rejoice in the rain because my hair can revert. All I have to do is tie it back or do this or do that or just keep it oiled. I can do whatever I want to with it. I have this freedom, and I know that a lot of people who have depended on Madam C.J. Walker's invention for their entire lives, you know, I saw on Tyra Banks the other day, a girl who was 3 and getting a perm, and she talked about how it burned and all this stuff, but, you know, her mother liked it, and so everybody wanted to have good hair. And so when I say that the people in my family have good hair, I mean the people in my family have good hair. I mean to say that we got that coarse, thick, nappy ass, kinky hair. Much coarser and thicker than mine. My hair is relatively less coarse than some people in my family and relatively more coarse than other people in my family. So when I say that we have good hair, I mean all of us have good hair. And the fact that there is so much anxiety around how to take care of our hair, and a large part of the anxiety, you know, is based on how are we going to look vis-a-vis the other. And, you know, the fact is that the more tamed we looked to the majority white culture, the more acceptable we are, you know, you know, the more we were able to pass. And so if you look at passing on crossing over, you know, pretending to be white when you actually have at least one drop in you. So all these things that have defined us as race have defined the race line. And there are many ways that the race line has just been reiterated, from the brownback, you know, paper brownback test that we've instituted upon ourselves into, you know, holding up a ruler against your hair to see if it's straight as a ruler. All these things that we have used to pass, to straighten our hair, to keep it neat and clean and out of master's face. They're on a continuum. And, you know, having to sit up and look at somebody's nappy hair, it's like, wow, you really are different from me. We can talk alike, we can go to the same schools, we can celebrate the same songs and celebrate the same popular culture, but our cultures are different. And the more we run away from that, and the more that we invest in assimilating, the less we really respect ourselves. And I think we focused a lot on respecting the other, but we really do have to understand that it is a project of self-love. So like I said, all my people got good hair. Grow it, show it, long as I can. You know, and it just comes down to that. Are you afraid of the rain or not? Are you going to freak out when it starts raining or not? That's how good your hair is. Only as good as its relationship to the water falling out the sky. If your hair is damaged by the water, you don't got good hair. You might have nice hair. You can have a fly-ass style. You can be a fly girl, you know. But unless you like what's pushing out your head, unless you learn how to take care of it, you don't got good hair. Now, you can go from there where you want to, but I think that everyone needs to experience, as an adult, consciously, this is what my nappy-ass hair is, and this is what, and I like it. Go from there, but don't be afraid of it.